Hey, Danielle!
Yay! Good morning.
How
How
are
are
you? Good morning.
you?
Sure, I'm great. I'm just out of the sea and all is well in the
Oh.
world.
Shall we get started just by doing a little sort of warm up for the face? So we want to make sure we've got clean hands for this. This is really important for everyone at home. Nice clean hands. And ideally, if you've got a clean face, you may want to apply a little bit of serum or oil or cream. But if you haven't got anything like that, don't worry at all. Just make sure hands are clean. And then just taking the fingers, and we're just going to start with a little bit of tapping all the way over the neck area. So this is nice to warm up the skin, but also you can do it really at any point in the day. You can do it as a standalone technique. We're going to go around the jaw area. And it's also nice to do at the end of a face yoga class as well. It really just helps to relax tension in the muscles. We're boosting the circulation. We're starting to get that lymphatic drainage going as well.
Feels really nice.
Yeah, it's super relaxing, and actually it's a good one to do when you apply your skincare. So it just helps the product, the moisturizer or the serum or the oil, just get a little bit deeper into the skin. And then you can just rub the hands together and just build up some warmth and some energy in the hands. And you're just going to simply place the hands just either in front of the face or completely over the face, and just take a moment to take 2 deep breaths. So you're just going to breathe in through your nose, let your abdomen rise, and then breathe out through your nose and just allow your abdomen to lower. And just do that one more time. And whilst you do this, really feel any stress or tension from your facial muscles, just really easing and relaxing. And then just bring your hands gently down. And let's do a little technique for the forehead area. So let's take our index fingers and we're just going to work between the eyebrows. Now, a big reason we get those lines between the eyebrows, often what's called those number 11 lines, is because you haven't got those. You've got great skin.
I thought I'd loads of them. Okay.
So, but it's really common, you know, most of us get those anyhow. And actually, it's because what we're doing is we're just pulling that muscle in throughout the day, and we're doing those repeated expressions. And in time, and particularly as we get older and start to lose a bit of the collagen elastin production in the skin, those lines etch into the skin. So the more that we can relax this area between the eyebrows, the better. Really, really lovely one to do. And each of these ones I'm showing you, if anyone wants to carry on doing them at home, about 1 minute per technique is a general rule. So
Brilliant.
then you can take all of the fingers and just sweep across the forehead. So similar concept here. We're looking at relaxing this muscle. We hold so much stress and tension here. So we're just easing that out a little bit. And what this is also going to do is it's going to leave this muscle a little bit more relaxed for the rest of the day. So we're less likely to raise the eyebrows or again, just do those stress related expressions which can etch into our skin. Plus we're stimulating lots of lovely acupressure points, so it feels really relaxing as well.
It's like kind of like a face massage almost in lots of ways.
It is, exactly. It's like giving yourself a little face massage. So let's work around the eye area. Again, let's do massage here. We will integrate a few facial exercises in a moment. So you're going to take ring finger and just come under the eyebrows here, and you're just going to come underneath your eyes and all the way around. So under the eyebrows, come to the edge, and then all the way around. And this is working with that lymphatic drainage. So it's just helping with that natural detoxification system that we have in our body. It's really good to give it a helping hand. And it's very good, particularly to do it this time in the morning. So if you wake up with puffiness under the eyes or dark circles, this one is so nice to do.
And a quick question, Danielle. I see 2019 is saying I'm doing it with too much pressure. So do I do it nice and light?
Really important around the eye area to do it really gently, really light. The skin around the eye area is about 10 times thinner than the skin in the rest of the face, so it can get damaged so easily.
Wow.
It's almost like a piece of tissue paper. So if you imagine how gentle you would have to sort of work on a piece of tissue paper, that's what you need to be doing around the eye area. So even if it feels like you're hardly doing anything and you really don't even feel the skin moving, that's right, that's doing it correctly.
Okay, brilliant. Well, okay, someone's saying I should relax my face. Okay, great. Thanks, Chris Cabbies. Thanks a million.
Okay, let's take our index finger and just tap around the eye area. So really nice for waking up the eye area. If you're using a little bit of eye cream or serum or anything in the morning, do this. Again, it just helps that product get deeper into the skin, wakes up that area, stimulates some acupressure points, and again, helps with puffiness and dark circles around the eye area. It also just feels really nice as well, really relaxing.
It really does. It's very, I've never done anything like this, but it immediately
Really
gentle and very, well, like without saying I'm weird, kind of self-lovey, you know, the way that I'm kind of looking after myself.
absolutely. And that's really the essence of all of this. You know, it's about that self-love, that self-appreciation, that gratitude for our skin, for ourselves. It's a really nurturing practice. And you can just come to a little acupressure point just there on the inner corner of the eye and just press there for a moment and take a couple of deep breaths. And this is a good one to do if you're suffering from stress or anxiety. It's also a really renowned point in traditional Chinese medicine and in Ayurveda and yoga for helping with eye strain or sore eyes. So particularly if you spend a lot of time at a computer or using screens, this is a great one to do. And you can do some little massage in a circular action there as well, just really stimulating that point.
Is it real gentle here again, Danielle, or a little harder?
So you can be a little harder with that acupressure, be quite intuitive when it comes to acupressure. I always say just start gentle with it, and then if you feel like you want to go a little bit deeper, if that feels right for you, then do that. It's just really around this very delicate eye area here, we have to be a little bit gentler.
Yes, brilliant.
Great. So let's do a facial exercise for the cheek area. So we've got lots of muscles in the cheeks and we're working now with lifting and strengthening and toning them. So if you're used to doing exercise for the body, it's a really similar concept that we're working the muscles in the face. You know, we're working with building that strength, building that tone. It's going to help the skin attach to be lifted and firm. So what you're going to do is puff both cheeks out full of air. And what you want to do is transfer the air from cheek to cheek. So you'll need to breathe in and out through your nose as you do this. So let me show you. Don't worry if you feel a bit silly or you laugh with this. I always say laughing releases tension. So we're going from side to side. Now, if you find as you do this, little lines are created around this area, place your hand and just smooth those lines there and then continue. Go side to side. Keep breathing in and out through the nose. So lovely for those cheek muscles. I know it feels.
It's funny looking at yourself. It looks great.
Thing is, I get so used to it. I mean, I do this every day, but I always try and remember that. But for people that are quite new to it, you know, it does feel quite silly.
Very nice, though.
It's a really good one. And if you did, I mean, if people are doing that at home, you've probably done it now for about 1 minute, and you should already feel how those muscles have worked out. You feel that instant effect that the muscles have lifted and toned. And there's another one which is super similar to that one, but we integrate the facial exercise and the massage. This one, we puff both cheeks out full of air. So again, you can use your fingers there if you want to smooth that area. And then we use our other hand and we're going to tap the cheeks. So keep breathing in and out.
Like we're playing the cheek drum.
Cheek drums, exactly. So we're really tapping that whole area. Yeah, put your music on as you do this. And then you can do the other side. Gently tapping, lovely. And this is helping to strengthen the muscles again, but with the tapping here, we're working with brightening the skin because we're helping all the fresh blood and nutrients and oxygen come up to the skin surface. And this one really forces you to do that nasal breathing as well. So it's really, really calming and grounding too.
Very cool. Lots of good feedback on it, Danielle. Food by Liz is saying loving it. Lots of great stuff.
Amazing, that's great. Well, let's do a really lovely one for brightening the cheeks and releasing tension in the jaw as well. So 2 fingers and thumb, we're just going to pinch all over our cheek area. So think about going right down to the muscle. So rather than the concept of pulling the skin out, we're working with going down into the muscle. So we're really working all 3 layers of skin here and the muscle, working with that circulation, which is really going to help to brighten the skin and release tightness in the muscle. And again,
it's a gentle pinch again, Danielle. Sorry to interrupt.
It is a gentle pinch. Here you can be a little bit, this skin is much thicker than it is underneath here. So you can be a little bit sort of deeper and harder than you would around the eye area. So again, be quite intuitive with this. But we often think, actually, I think it's often human nature, that if we do things really quickly or we do it as sort of hard as we can, then it's going to have more effects. But often when we do things just with a little bit of a gentler touch and a little bit slower, then we often find that that gets better results for the face.
Yeah, that's a great. Anna Marie is 16-year-old is laughing his head off as he.
That's great. Oh, lovely. 2 fingers and thumb, we're going to go up the jaw area now. So same pinching action, working up the jaw, and then come back to your starting position, taking that again. This is great for lifting, toning, defining the jaw, but really nice if you suffer from jaw tension. It's a good one to do with your teeth grinder as well, just before you go to bed. Really releases tension in that jaw area, and it's such a common place to hold our stress.
Oh, it's lovely.
I know, it's so lovely.
Anna Marie, a bus just went by the window here, and all the people in the bus were looking in at me doing this.
They're all joining in now. And then,
Danielle, would this be good for anyone who grinds their teeth?
Absolutely, yeah. So massage for the jaw area before you go to bed, and then also when you wake up in the morning is fantastic. So that one's great. Also, you can do one where you just work with the thumb area. You can even just take your 2 fingers and just really get into that jaw area, working up. And then you've got a lovely little acupressure point just under your ear. If you go to the top of your jaw bone, you'll feel a little indentation there. If you press that, yeah, both sides. If you're someone that holds a lot of jaw tension or you grind your teeth, that can often feel quite tender there. So massage into that one.
Oh,
really,
nice.
really helps. Yeah, so good.
That's off.
So
where from swimming in the sea, my ear sometimes is blocked, and you just kind of push under that. Is that, am I in the right point?
You are, exactly. That's a really good thing to do if you do get blocked ears like that. Just go into that point, and you can even just work up behind the ear a little bit and just massage into it if you find that, like you say, your ears can pop from sea swimming or anything like that.
This is one I'm really enjoying, Danielle. You're brilliant. You really are.
Oh, lovely. Should we do one for the neck area?
Great. Fabulous.
Great, okay. So what we're going to do with this one is we're going to just tilt our head back. Now, if anyone has any neck issues, just take care. Don't fully go all the way back. So listen to your body here. Your lips are going to be together, and you're going to bring the tip of the tongue up and down towards the roof of the mouth. And it's going to be about a rate of 1 per second. And you want to feel it just under the chin there, just under that jawbone. You can even place a hand there to check that you're feeling it. So up and down, and this is really working with toning this area. Did you feel it there?
Oh, so yeah, like you feel it right here. Is that, am I right?
You're right. Yeah, exactly that. And again, 1 minute per day really works with strengthening and toning that big muscle. It's called platysma muscle at the front of the neck, but also good for defining underneath the neck. And you can do a really similar one where you turn your head to the side, tilt your head back slightly, lips together, and again, tip of the tongue's going up and down towards the roof of the mouth. Do about 30 seconds one side. Also, it's really lovely just for opening out the chest, releasing neck and shoulder tension. And you can do the same to the other side, lips together, tip of the tongue going up and down towards the roof of the mouth, feeling it working there just underneath the jaw. And keep breathing in and out through the nose. And again, you do that about 30 seconds. Someone's saying, turkey neck, be gone. Exactly. So it's working this area.
I like that.
So that's a really lovely one for our neck. There's lots of nice ones for the neck area, but actually something you can do, and even sort of just to finish your face yoga practice, or again, if you are applying a little bit of skincare, just do some lovely massage Can work up the neck, and you can use quite gentle touch here, but again, be quite intuitive. We're working up our cheek area. You can even come up here between the eyebrows, forehead, just working all the way around that area. And it's always really nice just to finish with a little bit of lymphatic drainage. So generally with massage, we work upwards, but occasionally we do a little bit of very gentle lymphatic drainage where we go downwards. We go right from that area under the ears down to the collarbone, and it's very good if you suffer from any sort of dull skin or bloating in the face, or even things like dark circles and puffiness under the eyes. All of that is down to that stagnant lymph, so really helps to drain it out. So that's a really nice one to do. Really, any of these you can do at any point in the day, and you can use them standalone or you can use them as a full routine.
Feels so nice, like genuinely, without, like, my whole skin feels like it's kind of buzzing a little bit and just feels more awake, alive, and it's kind of going, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Exactly. I mean, everything is about circulation and energy, and that's what we're doing. You know, we're working with that circulation, and we're just helping with that energy flow, you know, in both sense of the word, really. We're really just helping any sort of stagnant stress or tension release from the face, which brightens everything up and helps your mind as well.
Yeah, it's brilliant. There's a few questions, Danielle. Do you mind if I ask you, there's someone there, Fran, is there massage to help open one eye up as it's more open than the other?
So what I would say when you're doing, it's really normal to have asymmetrical face. We all have. But what I would say is you don't want to overexercise one side of the face loads more than the other. So pick a technique. For example, I'll show you one for the eye area now. Use a mirror when you do it and try to encourage that weaker side to really fire up and work as much as the other side. So we're starting to get them to work together. So a really nice one to do to open up the eye area is just take the heel of the hands and just come here to the outer edge of the eyes. You can lay your hands onto your head a little bit. So we're slightly lifting the eyebrows, and then we're opening the eyes as wide as we can. You may look a little bit crazy, but don't worry. And then the eyes are opening up here, and you hold here for even up to 30 seconds, breathing deeply. This is going to help to open up and strengthen the muscle that runs all the way around the eye. Lift the eyebrow, but it's going to encourage both sides to be worked together. So that side that may be a bit weaker, or maybe like the person is saying is a little bit smaller, it's going to really help to regain that balance.
That's a nice one. Any other, let me just see just a couple more questions. Like, oh, there's lots more. Thank you, lovely self-care. Thank you. Lots of people saying, can't amazing how amazing this feels. There you go, Danielle. Anything for last one? Anything for sinus release?
Yes, so a few great ones for sinus relief. Obviously, don't do anything that feels painful. And with all face yoga, you know, this is complementary in, you know, always gain medical advice if you do have any serious sort of sinus infections or that type of thing. But little ones that you can integrate into your routine. There's an acupressure point just on the outer edge of the nostrils. You can press there for 30 seconds, and then you can just massage both ways for 30 seconds. Then you move up a little bit and you just come to the nasal bone there. And again, you press, hold, and you can circle one way and then the other. And then your third one is you take your thumbs and you just work upwards a little bit. So you come here and you just work upwards. Those three together are so good if you've got blocked sinuses, maybe you've got a sinus headache, maybe you've got allergies at this time of year. All of those three techniques are great to do daily.
Geez, Danielle, you're brilliant. Really are. That was mostly. One final question. Anything for dry skin?
So with dry skin, I mean, it's quite a complex one. But just really simple. What I would say is when you're using your skincare, integrate facial massage with it. You really want that product to get as deep as possible into the skin. So you can do some of the tapping that we did at the beginning, help the product really get into the skin. That helps a lot. And also the massage we did like this, really working your products into the skin. But when it comes to dry skin, you know, it is something that's quite complex. It's down to skincare. We also need to look generally at lifestyle, hydration, but facial massage will help as well.
Jeez, brilliant. There's Alice Turner is wondering, how do we follow you, Danielle?
at Face Yoga Expert if you want to follow me on Instagram, or you can go to my website, faceyogaexpert.com.
Brilliant. That was most enjoyable, Danielle. You are fabulous. I've never done anything like that, and I loved it.
Oh, I'm so glad you liked it. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thanks so much. Thanks, Danielle.
Take care. Bye. Bye. Bye.